The mists have gone.
See,
We see in the distance
growing
our
up, I
long way
never
home.
seen the real representation
I
of
was
love.
always yours to have. You were always
And as I
mine.
began to grow older,
We have loved each other
learning what God's
in
love
and
is,
out of time.
how He designed
When the
something
first
to
stone
someone
looked up in
just
the
for
blazing
me.
sun,
I am now waiting
and the first tree struggled up
for a true
from the
king
forest
to
floor,
reign with his queen,
I had always
Ladytruth.
loved
He
you more.
wanna marry me, marry me, marry me, marry me, marry me. He wants to marry me, marry me, marry me, marry me, marry me. He wants to marry me, marry me, marry me, marry me, marry me. He wants to marry me, marry me, marry me, marry me, marry me. It was love at first sight. I knew that God had a love that would be designed for me. We could not fight against the feeling of connection in a wave of positivity to the nation. The vibe was kinda like a friend, getting to know me before you ask me to be a part of your life. Thank you for giving me opportunity to be loved. To be loved by somebody like you, it's like a mirror and I'm looking at me through a vision of you. This is how it is and how I really want it to be. I love you unconditionally. Can you love me like ×3? Now what it is when I be stepping down on the ground, staying above everything, never having a frown. This is how we getting down, and if this loving is you, you with me ×2. And we keep it true. Marry me, marry me, marry me, marry me. All right, Mama Flower. Marry me, tell me. Marry me, marry me, marry me, marry me, marry me. He wants to marry me, marry me. See, that's marry me, marry me, marry me. There's nobody who wants to marry me, marry me, marry me, marry me, marry me. The night we met, our stars aligned. How lucky I was to find. Sparks flew, and then our eyes made. It was surely love at first sight. My panting heart swirled, seeing your delightful smile. The world stopped a long while. All I wanted to do is make you mine. Marry me. All right now, Mother Flowers. Marry me, marry me. Teach you. Marry me, marry me, marry me, marry me, marry me. He wants to marry me, marry me, marry me, marry me, marry me. He wants to marry me, marry me, marry me, marry me. See, that's what's wrong with the world. Nobody wanna marry me, love each other, marry me, marry me, marry me, marry me. He wants to marry me, marry me, marry me, marry me, marry me. He wants to marry me, marry me, marry me, marry me, marry me. He wants to marry me, marry me, marry me, marry me, marry me.
Young black men, take your place. We need you. Your sons and daughters need you. Did you understand what I just said? You were sold off and had no choice. Yes, but